What's up, everybody? You know what time it is. Grab your coffee and let's talk. All right. Woo. I need some. I don't know. I think I need some alcohol. Too early?
No.
Never too
Never
early.
too early. Never too early.
What's up, everybody? I'm your girl, MiZZ Entertainment, and welcome to the Coffee Talk, where we have bold conversations on topics that matter, serving up one hot coffee at a time. And of course, I'm not in the place alone. Let me introduce my host, my co-host. We're gonna start right here, Miss Lesley.
What's going on, good people? What's going on?
All righty. And my engineer, my chief of entertainment, DJ Talented.
What's going on? What's going on? What it is? As I always say, it's good to be above it than under it. You dig?
You dig. All right. You know how we do. Temperature check. How have your week been going?
The week. Happy Thursday. It's
Happy,
Thursday.
yes.
And happy birthday to my mom. Today's my mom's birthday.
Tell her happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. Katrina, I hope you have a good birthday. I'll talk to you soon.
What you getting your mom?
So here's my dilemma. What do you get people that already have everything?
What does she like to do?
Go out to eat.
Dinner.
Yeah, I guess I'll get that.
Yeah. Because she have everything, but what about to a restaurant that she hasn't been?
I'm going to have to work on that because somebody's going to have to drive her because she doesn't want to drive that far. Because she lives in Florida.
So I guess when she come up here.
Yeah.
Or you go down there.
Yeah, we'll have to take her like to Tampa or somewhere nice because she lives in Ruskin, so.
The hell? Where the hell is Ruskin?
Girl, in the middle of nowhere. You take yourself down there with them blue locks and them smile, they're going to be looking at you like, who that black lady over there? It's not far from St. Petersburg, and it's not really far from Tampa. It's like maybe 20, 30 minutes from Tampa.
Oh, okay.
So, not far.
So, yeah, you can go to Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. DJ Talented.
My week has been busy. Working and working a night job and coming in to the business and doing daytime stuff. It's real busy. Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I can see that. You just gotta. I don't know. Nighttime work was never me.
Mm-hmm.
It is. I can be good, and it's like the same time when I was working nights on this particular job, 4 or 5 o'clock. That's when I hit that wall.
Mm.
And it's like, I don't care what I do. Even during the wintertime, I go outside trying to get that cold air on my face. I still be out there. I have fell asleep outside. Sitting on the
How
steps.
do you do that? And it's cold. How do you do that?
But sleeping when it's cold is like everything.
Sitting outside because I was so damn sleepy. But it wasn't like, it was just like that wall is almost like clockwork. I was like, oh, I know what time it is. But once I get that re-energy, now I'm up.
Mm-hmm. You just had to go through that little valley of sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm up. But then here we go with the flip-flopping, I got to go back to sleep because I got to drive home. And it's a mess. So I understand his pain.
Oh.
I understand his pain.
How was your week?
My week was my chocolate drop. She left me on Monday.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Have a good school year.
Yeah, she left me on Monday. So that was interesting because I had to still go and which I kind of worked out like that. Go see I get my psychologist, put it like that. Just trying to work out my things with her and her mama.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes I just don't understand grown ass kids, but you do your best to give them the advice like we haven't been down these roads, but they got to learn for themselves, and you just have to just like, okay, I'll be there when you need me. Now, changing subjects a little bit. I saw something on IG. That I want to bring up to you guys just to see what your thoughts were. So it was this little girl. I swear she was probably maybe like 3, 4, right? It was a little black girl, and I guess it was like her parents or grandparents. I think it was her parents recording her because she's talking to somebody that's not there. I mean, they playing.
Mm-hmm.
They having a good old conversation, and you can see that she's talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Would that scare you?
No.
Shit. I was like, woo, y'all can have this house and you can stay here with it. I was like, I don't know. I was like, woo. It's clear that she's talking to somebody. She's seeing somebody that we can't see.
I just think like somebody might be visiting her. I feel like if I had kids, I feel like my dad would definitely come visit because my dad really wanted me to have kids. He really wanted to be a grandparent. So I feel like my dad would come visit. Like, so, no.
It wouldn't scare you or nothing.
No.
DJ Talented.
I seen this thing on Instagram as well. This little boy had some type of accident and he was in a hospital. And when he woke up, he started looking up and he said, "Hey Jesus, you look beautiful." He had a whole conversation talking about Jesus looking up, and then he also seen his dad as well. So I think in certain circumstances they are seeing something or someone. Now I can't say whether it was true or whether it was not, but the boy was laying there and he was looking up, and that's when he started talking to them.
But that's not my question though. So would that make you nervous, especially if it's at your house?
I would kind of try to keep watching to see how far it goes, because if there's some movement of things and ain't nobody there, oh yeah, you can have this motherfucker. but if there's no movement and they're just talking, then they may be seeing their grandparent.
Now I went straight to the comments. Somebody said something that made me like, it could be, she could be seeing somebody, and it could be friendly now just to gain the trust, and then start turning the child to do other stuff that could be evil.
So for me, like, I'm going to know that my energy is going to trump whatever bad would come. So for me, like, I would just think like maybe it's an ancestor or a parent or a loved one that I had a relationship with, and now they're wanting a relationship with said child. So if it's bad, then, you know, we'll take it as it comes. But I'm going to know that the energy that I put out there and what I give and what's in my house is good.
Well, do you remember that movie? It was like, it's been a couple of years ago, that was supposed to be based off a true story where it had what's the white lady name? That she played a hell of a role. Ooh, she old too. I can't think of her name.
I don't know the stars. I know them by face. Is it a scary movie? I don't do scary.
It was suspenseful, but it was based off a true story where some entity in the house was talking through the son, and I guess it started off nice, but then it started getting the son to do other things, and the son was walking on the walls and blah blah blah. It was crazy. I cannot think of that. I can see the lady, but I can't, just stuff like that. And it's like, oh. So I was like, I don't know.
Now we talking about schizophrenic behavior, maybe bipolar. So now we need to go get some help.
But if he walking on the wall, I mean, he's on the wall, on the ceiling, that is past schizophrenia. Yeah. That is some kind of entity. So then I was like, hey, man, I'm not Catholic, but I'm going to have to go get me a priest. And somebody got to leave.
We're going to sage here. We're going to open up some doors.
Somebody got to leave.
Praying.
Either you or me.
It's going to be them. You paid the mortgage here.
Hey, they can have that shit for my sanity. I'm like DJ Talent. They can have that for my sanity. I was like, y'all can have it.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was just really interesting. Do you believe in, like, people still here or walking earth or whatever, that some folks can see? Because even you can see that with animals. When they look up to the ceiling, they looking at something. They're looking at something. And it's just, what is it?
I mean, I think there's spirits and energy all around us. I think I got more into it when I started losing people close to me.
Okay.
And then I'm like, dang, I need to have a conversation. Like, I wanted to have this conversation. And then I don't know who, and I think maybe it was an old friend at the time, D, and she really helped me process my dad's loss and really helped me understand that I still have a relationship with my father. It's just in a different way. Mm-hmm. So I still do have conversations with him. We used to talk after I hosted an event, the Atlanta Masters Classic, and we would talk about the planning of it, and we would talk about after, and we would like check all these boxes, and I still go through that process, but it just looks a little bit different. We're talking in a different way, but I still feel like I get answers because I feel like I can hear him now louder than before.
Okay. Well, I do believe in that stuff too myself. I think I have experienced it because I think we all have like seen some shit move out the side of you. You know, like wait a minute, something. I know I'm not crazy, or you just see something out of the corner of your eye. And then I always tell this story. You know, it was my stepfather's mother. I knew when she passed in the house. It was just something that told me, and it's like I can hear her actual breath passing, and I got the hell on. I was like, "Ooh, that's too much." I called my friend, "Come get me for church." Yeah. By the time I got back, they had already took the body out and everything. But I knew she was gone.
Correct.
I don't know what that was, but I knew she was gone.
You were in tune. That's what it was.
And I feel like when I was younger, when I guess a kid, and they always say when you're a kid, you're more open or susceptible for others. I always felt that can feel and you know just others. So like so, but as an adult, God know I can't handle all that. So
I love it.
He don't let me see all that stuff. So I appreciate him. Thank you. Thank you. But I think I don't know if it's still there, but I always felt there was something in my bedroom because when my first set of cats, they were always, you know, coming up there and looking, and then it's like, and I'm looking too, and it's like, I don't see nothing. What we looking at? But I caught the current cat looking. She was just like something that was playing with her. I was like, here we go. So I need to light some candles so y'all can pass on through.
Or sometimes they just need to say hello. I have an altar in my house, and we have our dog's ashes on there and my pictures and all this other stuff. And sometimes my dog goes over there to smell the other dog's ashes. So then we have to have a full conversation like, oh, you miss Milo and all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, you know, a way to remember too, in a good way.
That's true. That's true. Any thoughts, DJ Talon? Because he over there looking like, you bitch is crazy.
I don't believe in it. I mean, I believe once a person gone, they gone. I don't believe in ghosts or nothing like that. I just think you had your life, and you know, now it's gone.
Do you feel like you believe in their energy still around?
I believe in the energy I can see.
Energy that you can see.
Okay.
That's
fair enough. When Carly started looking and doing that shit I saw her doing the other night, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna record it because then he can see.
That's part dog anyway.
He always call my cat half dog. I don't know why.
That's
cat dog.
The tuxedo baby.
Yeah, that's my baby. That is my baby. All right, y'all. Let's move on to the topic. So today's topic is cheating hearts. What hurts more? An emotional affair or a physical affair? So we all know that physical cheating looks what it looks like, you know, like the kiss, the touch, the bedroom. But what about those long text messages or those deep late night talks or the good morning text meant for someone else? Emotional cheating doesn't leave lipstick on the collar, but it leaves scars just the same. So my question is, again, is emotional cheating just as bad or worse than a physical? So just make sure we all on the same page of what is emotional cheating, because we know what physical cheating is. Okay. Emotional cheating is defined as a deep, intimate, emotional connection with someone outside the relationship, secrecy, emotional dependence, often without physical contact. Examples are a partner venting about you to someone else instead of you, hiding the just friends conversations that are more intimate than with their actual partner. So, have you ever cheated on someone emotionally and or physically, or been cheated on both? Throwing that question out, and I can go first.
Okay.
Cheated, yes. Emotional cheating, oh, that was physical cheating.
Meaning you were cheated on, or you
Both.
cheated? You did. Okay.
both.
Okay.
Emotional cheating, I don't think I have, but I have been that one that the married guy was emotional cheating with, and eventually it turned physical. Meaning I knew everything that he couldn't tell to his wife, and we were really good friends. And I kind of fought the physical of making it turn physical because I'm friends with her, and that was the messy part. I'm friends with her, you know, and I'm more friends with him because we have a more deeper connection than her. Regardless, I was still friends with both of them. And it took a couple of years. It was like right before I was getting ready to leave where I kind of gave in to the physical.
Was it worth it?
Hindsight, no, because it was still cheating, and then you cheating with somebody that you still know, even though y'all not friends, y'all cool, but you still know them. At that moment, it was great, you know, because it was something that we were really in tune with each other. So, and young being stupid. So would I do it again? No. No. And even the emotional part, because I just don't want to be pulled into that web. Because you need to find somebody, you need to sit on somebody else's couch for that, you know. I don't know. That was just yeah.
How do you define those lines if you're friends with the opposite sex? Because
That's
I think
a
lot of
question.
times, like for
That's a
me,
good
I feel
question.
like I have more male friends possibly now than female friends, or there was a point where I definitely had more male friends than female friends, and I was literally just a friend, like,
Right.
and the opposite person ends up maybe growing feelings, and you like, I wasn't even in this space, like, I'm just being cool with you, like, so how do you create those boundaries, or what happens in those spaces? DJ Talented, what do you have to say? You're a man.
What? No.
Yeah, what you got to say?
Well, I can't speak for all men, but you know, sometimes if you friends with the opposite sex, it can be just that, just friends with the opposite sex. But then once one of the people say something extra towards something sexual, then it's on that one person to stop it. But if they don't, that means they with it. And that's what kind of causes the issue to start something different. Yeah.
Now, I say, and I totally agree, just to piggyback off that, for me now, just to make sure that everything is on the up and up. And when I'm talking, it can be in a room with him. And then on speakerphone. So we know, so there's no doubt from my partner, though what we're talking about is nothing other than we talk about business or friendship or whatever. And it's just that. And then, you know, and everybody knows, hey, this is what it's going to be. So it just keeps those lines clear for me. It just keeps it clear.
Okay.
And you, Miss Lady, don't be getting off. You ain't finna get off out of here.
I'm not gonna get out. Of course not. I think it's difficult when you're friends with the opposite sex, or even with the same sex. For me, because what if they do start liking you and you're really just being a friend? Because I personally feel like I'm a different level of friend. Like, I can sit on the phone sometimes and talk to my friends about ideas, concepts, and all this other stuff because I really like conversation. And I'm attracted to good conversation. But that doesn't necessarily mean I like you. Like, I can really, like, not like you at all. And I'm just wanting to know your point of view or your perspective. So, for me, I think you have to really kind of be careful when you're in those waters with same-sex, opposite sex that might end up liking you.
Yeah. Now, you haven't answered the question. Have you cheated or been cheated on emotionally or physically?
Both.
Okay.
So I have cheated before.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably cheated more than once.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been cheated on. So when I was cheating, it was strictly physical. Because I didn't really care about the emotions attached to it. It was just like I needed a fix, really.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was cheated on, my other partner was entertaining people, so more emotional. Maybe it could have became physical if I didn't find out about it, but I mean, it was more emotional.
So which one hurts more, the physical or the emotional?
I've never known that I've been cheated on physically.
Okay.
So I can tell you, I think for me, I think for me maybe emotional.
Why?
But then I feel like physical too. I feel like it depends on where you're at in your relationship. Let me say that. Because I think if there is a place of lack, so if you are lacking intimacy, I think if the opposite person cheats physically, it's going to hurt more. But if you're lacking the emotional connection and they've connected with somebody else emotionally, I think it's going to hurt more. So I can tell you it depends upon the situation. I can't really say. But I think it takes more time, I feel like, when it comes to the emotional connection. Mm-hmm. You have to build a rapport. You're building a friendship. You're finding out about this person. You know what they like. You know what they don't like. So now you're spending time. More time than just a physical act of quick intimacy. Mm-hmm. So for me, like, that can ultimately be more damaging.
Agreed. DJ Talented, which one is more hurtful? And you didn't answer that question either about cheating. Have you been cheated on? Have you cheated emotionally or physically?
All of the above. Have I been cheated on? Multiple times. Have I cheated on people? Multiple times. And which one I think will hurt the most? I think physical. Because if you walk in on somebody humping your woman, or whatever the case may be, that's going to hurt the worst because you seeing her being penetrated by this dude, or you seeing her being felt on by this dude. However the case is, I think physical is worse because it's right there in your face. Emotional can be, okay, they just talking on the phone or they sending texts back and forth. So, okay, that's that. But to actually see something like that happening, I think that would be the worst.
So for men, you're saying it's the physical versus that hurts more than the emotional.
I would say yeah, because for a man to even think somebody else is on top of his woman or behind his woman or putting his wanky in her mouth, that will be the worst thing for men. That would be the worst.
So what if it's not a man? What if it's a woman?
If it's a woman, that ain't cheating.
If you didn't know about it.
So it's not cheating.
But let me jump in.
But if you didn't know about it and you walked in and somebody is on top, it's a female humping her.
Yeah, like what if she's being strapped?
Now see the thing is it's a woman. A woman can't really do as much as a man can do to a woman in that way. You can have a strap on or whatever the case may be, I don't care. It's not the physical thing.
So what if you see her buried in the other lady's crotch? That's physical. That's mouth on. That's two lips on each other, just different lips.
I don't care.
He doesn't care.
I don't care. It's not you're not being penetrated by a man
With a real part. Is that what you're saying?
with the real part. See, a strap-on can't give you diseases.
So you're worried about the disease or the acts?
I'm the act, the disease, because damn it, if you give me a disease, I'm about to have to punch you in your lips. But to be honest, it's not as, to me, it's not as worse as a man penetrating a woman.
So, oh my gosh, I have so many questions. So many questions. So you're saying, so you feel like it is okay if your significant other is cheating with the same sex because it's just a physical act?
I say it like this. It'll be a conversation that need to be had, because you should have told me that this is the feelings that you wanted to do something like this.
But maybe it was just in the moment.
You should have told me that you had those type of feelings if you want to do something like that with a female, or if you had the thought of doing something like that with a female. Communication is key.
What would you do, like, if they told you that?
Do you, boo? Basically.
So you would still be together. So
Was
you're
that a
saying
word?
you could still be
Yeah,
you would still be in relations with them.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
If
Did he
it's,
say
if
a
it's,
word? I thought I heard with a boo-doo-doo.
No, I said, do you, boo? But with a woman on woman, that's not gonna hurt me unless she say I can't join.
So, and I'm thinking back to like my past life, right? And I was dating this guy, great guy, I love Devin. He's an amazing guy. And I told him, I said, I want to have an experience with a woman before I get married. And he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I think he thought I was joking.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last man I dated.
So
I was dead ass serious.
So the women took you away.
Yes, because I always felt like when I was in a relationship with a guy, there was a piece that was missing. Like, I've date great guys. They've been great. They've been upstanding guys. They've worked hard. They're very nice guys. Of course, there are a couple things we could fix. But overall, they were nice people. Mm. But I just always felt like there was one thing missing, and I couldn't really put my hand on it.
So the physical, okay, so you don't miss the dick. It was more of the emotions.
I mean, I can say that. Do I not miss the dick? I mean, I don't know. It's been like 20 plus years, so I don't know.
Evidently not. It's been 20 plus years.
But I think there are some characteristics that men have that when you are in a same-sex relationship, like, they could be very different depending on the dynamics of your relationship.
Okay.
So I can say that. But for me, the type of female I am, my role was essentially the same with both sexes. Okay. So it's not like I'm out here smashing women. Like, I'm taking them down through there, I'm strapping them up. Like, that's not really my forte.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. She fluttered her eyes. All right. Is flirting cheating?
Oof.
No, it's not cheating.
You said that kind of goddamn quick.
Nah, it depends on how far you take that flirting. If you the hello and a little bit, I guess a little bit more than that. But when you talking about I'm gonna eat you out or some shit, that's beyond flirting.
That's a pass.
Yeah, that's beyond flirting. That's not no.
So where is the line? When is flirting? Because flirting meaning that, okay, what's your definition of flirting versus just saying hey?
For a woman, y'all can wake up and just open your eyes and you flirting with somebody. Dealing with men, you can walk past a man and you're not even trying to flirt, but if it's just something that you normally do, is over there somewhere.
What would it be an example of something a woman normally does that could be considered flirting to a man?
The way she walk.
The way you walk.
The
that is flirting?
The way she playing with her hair. the way she looking at a man, that could be flirting. And you don't physically think, you don't think it's flirting. But to a man, certain things that a woman do, just naturally do, can be flirting.
Okay, so what is it that the man can do that's considered flirting with a female?
See, a man had to actually physically do something to flirt with a female.
Like,
you don't feel like saying stuff?
Physically get in her way, just to feel her walk past him, or to physically say something, going to her, hey, how you doing? But it's not in just a regular, hey, how you doing? It's like, okay, if I say something and I get a conversation started, I could be flirting with her.
But
I think flirting is the precursor for cheating. Because if you're flirting, why are you flirting with this particular person? Because you want their attention. And their attention for what?
What is flirting?
That's what I was
Give me
saying.
some examples.
That's what I was trying to say.
What is flirting? Because maybe I need to have a clear definition of what is that.
To me, and I get what he's saying, like when she's wanting something, or he's wanting something. Now, the men flirting, I get that too, when they try and just like play it, like when you're a kid, they like to come and hit you and then run off or whatever. That's their way of telling you that they like you.
Adult flirting from a man to a woman, I can see, like he said, getting in her way, where she can have some kind of interaction, some conversation, or just little sly shit where you can take one way or the other. Little comments where you can take one way or the other. For a female, she's batting them eyes, or but she still wants something. There is something that is wanted. What is your want? To me, that's why I say flirting is a precursor to something.
Yeah, because she could just, the way she lean over something, knowing
She's
that
flirting.
She want him to look at her.
Right. She wants something from him or her. She's wanting something. What is it, though? Is it money? Is it attention? Is it sex? Is it a relationship? But there is a want.
I can see that.
There's definitely a want, because if you just say hi, you're like, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. And you keeping it straight, platonic. You ain't leaning over, you ain't batting no eyes, you ain't twirling the hair. Or you not trying to shake on purpose to get his attention.
That seems so unnatural to me, though. I guess. So, I guess you have to go. It's something you're going out your way to do. Okay.
For that attention, to lead to what?
Something crazy.
He said something crazy.
Yeah, something crazy. So to be honest, flirting, no, don't do it.
But he was very adamant, talking about, no, ain't nothing wrong with flirting.
Nah, I'm lying.
We got the correction. He stands corrected.
So I'm gonna be looking side out of this motherfucker.
Don't be looking side eyed at me.
But I still have to say, Libras naturally, I feel like, are so nice. It can be taken out of context that we're flirting.
Agreed.
Listen
Agreed.
here. Listen here. You know you're lying. Don't cross that motherfucker.
But
I know
you're
lying. Don't cross it.
But it's not about. Sometimes it's not about the person crossing it. It's about the other person coming across the line, and you just have to stop them.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Are
what
they
I'm saying.
perceiving that you're
Correct.
flirting, which you're just being nice? Yeah, I definitely get that one. I'm just like, wait, what are we talking about? I'm just being nice.
Yeah, like a good conversation or a conversationalist, that can get you stuck every time.
Yeah. Because now they're thinking there's more than that than just a conversation. Been there.
Yeah, they probably was thinking that before the conversation even got started.
It's possible. But when you actually being nice, and actually listening when they don't probably get that, then there's like, ooh, she liked me. Like, no, we were just having a conversation.
Or they start developing feelings for you and you don't even know it.
Yeah. And for
And it's
us,
like,
it was just, we
what?
just having a conversation.
Yeah.
But
like-
see, sometimes that ain't a hard thing to do, because if the man already kind of feeling you as a person, and then y'all have conversations, and the conversation is really something that he's missing out of other relationships that he's been in, it's easy for a man to catch feelings for a woman on that type of level.
So you're saying if he's already attracted to her physically, if she does anything, regular conversation or not,
give him any slightest conversation,
and we're talking about within the boundaries, you're saying that he could take this as flirting.
Yes. So let me say this for an example. There's a guy that's at my job that he can't catch a relationship for nothing.
Oh.
That if he's physically attracted to a female and they have conversation and it's a couple of days, couple of weeks, and then they getting close as a friend type of thing, he's gonna feel like that's more than friendship because he think that okay, she's talking good, she likes me as a person. Can I get her to like me as a relationship? That's that's some of the stuff that men will be thinking.
It's always a conquer to me, the hunter, and that hunter in them.
Well, you can't just say it's about hunting. It's about emotions as well. I mean, because if he sees her physically, she's attractive, of course. But if he sees her conversation is totally different from younger women or from the women that he's been with, he's gonna be like, that might be a good catch. So let me see if this can mend as a relationship.
It's still hunting, but yeah,
well,
he's on the emotional side.
That's what men do, though.
Yeah,
we're born to hunt.
That's all I was saying.
Get out of here.
Damn it. Anyway, do y'all think that now we in the social media is here to stay? And that what was that song? It goes down in the DM.
Oh yeah, I like that song. It goes down in the DM. Hey, okay, go ahead.
So can you have a true relationship, emotional relationship with somebody that you have never seen?
Absolutely.
I guess it's like, why? Because it's like, where is this leading to? Because it got to be leading somewhere.
You can talk to people via DM, learn who they are, and people can really start liking you. Because it could be just a conversation that they're really in tune with. Like, for me, I like to talk about working out or, new adventures and stuff like that. Business stuff is really huge for me. So for me, like, I welcome those type of conversations easily for outsiders because I like to have conversations. That doesn't necessarily, that doesn't mean, I want to talk to you more on the phone or, hang out with you or kiss you or I don't have desires of that magnitude, but somebody else might because they're like, this conversation is so good, girl, let me kiss you in the damn mouth.
I guess when those what was that TV show Catfish, and people having these relationships in messaging, and that's I never understood that. How can you have a full-blown relationship and all you doing is texting each other, messaging each other, and y'all in love and all this other stuff? I guess maybe that's not my generation because I do not understand that.
I feel like I understand it, but it couldn't be me.
Okay.
I would need to have
some kind of physical.
It's gonna be what is this? So yeah.
To me, it's more the people that's yearning to be in a relationship that will be okay with that, and then they're more attracted to what they're seeing as pictures. Doesn't necessarily have to be the same person that they're actually talking to, but if the conversation is right and the pictures are right, the person can fall in love easy.
But you don't even know if that's the right pictures.
Like I just said, it could be a picture of anybody.
Yeah.
But if that person looks good to that person and that conversation sounds good to them, then they can fall in love over the phone, and when they see each other, it just don't seem right.
Okay, so I have a question. When we're talking about cheating, Do you all feel that we are forced into monogamy?
Yes.
Do you feel like we're really supposed to be monogamous? Like naturally as we are in everyday life, like, do you think it's natural?
I think for some people it is, but I don't think that holds for everyone. And I wouldn't be, I guess, turning my nose up, if you prefer, like having multiple folks. Because people, I guess, I don't think as a relationship, you're in a relationship that one person can feel everything. But it's all about, is that good enough, or do you need more to make that? And that's the decision you have to make. But if you doing the poly thing, or what's that, the throuple or whatever, I don't care. I mean, as long as everybody is aware, that's my thing. As long as everybody is on the same page, do you. Like he said, do you, boo.
Like in the Bible days, men had multiple wives. So I think that that's something that was natural then. But now all these laws, these new laws, and you can't do this and you can't do that type of thing has stopped that. So I think myself, I think I don't have a problem if we were to get multiple wives. No other nigga getting in there. No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, because to me, it's like it takes the strain off of one. But as long as everybody is in it to win it, as together, it's all right.
So I wonder, is non-monogamy or open relationships the answer to cheating, whether it's physical or emotional?
I think it can be, but everybody has to be in agreement. That's the only thing. It's the problem when you have those secrets. That's when the problem comes in, when you have secrets.
The surprise. You didn't know that this person was doing this on the side. You didn't know that this person is doing something to your person on the side. So that's the part that makes it hard, makes it cheating. If you know that this person is being able to do this and you being able to do this, why not?
Yeah. Like we were just talking earlier off mic, those situations where the husband has, the other, has those, extra relationships, but the main person has no idea. And that's like, that part is not right. If she's aware of everything and she good with it, more power to you.
Right.
But
I just wonder how many people are really open to that, or do they just accept it?
I say it like this: some may just be an acceptance. Some may be all right with it, but then some still, I don't want you to do that. So the other person says, "Shit, I'm doing it anyway." So it's stupid, but you have to figure out which one of those three people you are.
So, are you open to an open relationship?
I think that would be tough for me. I think it would be tough. I think I've thought about it a lot of times, what characteristics or what type of attitude you have to be open. But then on the other side, I also think about, okay, I'm married. What does 20 years from now look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that look like? Like, does it mean like you need to have like a pass, or what does that mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what that looks like. But like on the surface, I don't think I would be equipped with the tools to have an open relationship.
Okay.
Not both ways. No.
Mr. Man?
Why y'all shoot it to me?
Okay, I would answer first then.
I go with it. I can't see me allowing another man to penetrate her. So if it's going to be anything open, it's going to be open for me to go do something like that to somebody else. But I can't see me allowing another man to penetrate her.
Open relationship. I'm okay with the physical. It's the emotional.
Why are you okay with the physical?
Because it's physical.
Mm.
And I think like going to what's that, trapeze or whatever, to get your rocks off or whatever, you want to be with other folks, I'm okay with that. Because we know what everybody's intentions are, you know, and then we're going home and no numbers exchanging, none of that.
So a one night stand you're okay with?
Or we just meet there, but it's the emotional part I will have a problem with.
I think that's where I would be stuck. But I also feel like, I don't know, like my other person being intimate with somebody else, like
I can sit there and watch.
I mean,
I'm okay with it. It's the emotional.
Definitely for the emotional, like you don't need to know their favorite color. Like, why do we need to know that? Like that type of stuff. But okay, that's a good perspective. Okay. Because physical is one and done. You don't know this person. You don't know their name. You don't know anything about them.
It's just when the conversations outside of that comes, then, because to me the emotional brings in the heart, and that's how you lose your partner. You don't. To me, you don't lose them on the physical. You lose them on the emotional.
I respect that. Yeah. I think that's very true.
So for me, an emotional relationship would hit harder than a physical.
Oh yeah, that time. It'd be the time for me.
Yeah,
we only got 24 hours in a day.
You spending all this time, y'all sitting here texting and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Emotional, I would say, even though I guess that's not the right example, but I just thought about the emotional relationship that it turned physical is was my ex-husband. Because like you said, you can tell when something ain't right. Like something ain't right with this shit. And the phones was in my name. So I can see every damn thing. Dumbass. So, so I was like, you spending a lot of time calling this one number. And then we worked in the same office. Really, you even had the audacity to be talking to this girl while we're in the same office. You know? And then of course it turns physical. But I was like,
but she knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. But I don't blame her, I blame him. He's the one that's married. But it was worked out in my favor because I was ready. I was just trying to figure out how I was going to get this motherfucker. How we was going to get a divorce anyway. Because I was tired.
But if she knew, because I did see this on Michael Basin's page today, is the person also holding the same responsibility as your significant other if they knew they were married?
No.
And
the reason why I say no is because the person that you're married to is the ultimate decision maker in that situation. If the person knew that you was married to this person, they bogus, yeah, but do they hold the same weight as your significant other? No.
If she is my friend, yes. Yeah, I holds a more weight than that significant other. Because you are my friend. But then you're going to be, and then as pot calling kettle black. But but again, that was a time when I was not much younger. You know, I would never go down that route now. And to be honest, I was trying to keep it from being physical. He just caught me at a weak spot, a weak time in my life.
Okay.
But no, if we're friends like that, and my significant other is hitting on you or blah blah, that should not be. That should not be. I will hold her more responsible. I don't know, probably even, because he's the one that's we're in a relationship with. You know, we're the one that's married, so it's gonna be even. Because you're my friend, because you know everything now, so you know how to. You know, you know a lot of intimate information.
Oh, it'll be a cold day in hell.
So you know a lot of intimate information. So yeah, that would be the one that would rock you to your core, because it's your friend and your spouse. That would rock you to your core.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, that would definitely be tough.
Shout out to all the women that had to deal with something like that, and the men.
And I didn't kill nobody and go to jail.
Right. We love y'all. We see you. You healing.
I think the only way that I would attempt to fight the other person is if the other person was family.
Really? Tell me
Yes.
more.
Because for the simple fact, you my family, and in my head, I'm thinking that nigga, if you get her pregnant, then we gonna have sister brothers and brother sisters,
cousins.
you know. Yeah, you know,
Uncle
so
Daddy.
I can't. That's some of the dumbest shit ever. So if you know that I'm with this person, and plus she got to be wife or baby mama, them the only two you can't touch. If it's just somebody that I was fucking, I don't give a fuck what you do. Or somebody that I was just in a regular relationship with, I don't care, because I ain't with them no more anyway. But once it's baby mama or wife and cousin or brother try to hit that person, then I'm gonna have an issue with the other person. But I'm still gonna have an issue with the relationship person. So yeah, you just can't do that.
Okay. So I guess we in agreement that no, you're not, because he said the physical is more hurtful than the emotional. And what did you say?
I feel like I'm torn, Teresa.
You're torn?
I'm torn. Do I have to make a decision?
No.
Okay,
Just
thank you.
yeah. For me, it's the emotional that's more hurtful.
It's the emotional or the physical. Like
The
it just
physical,
depends
I
when
can
you
get
catch
past.
me.
The physical, I can probably work with, but it's the emotional, because y'all got a connection. So you really taking away my time. The physical, you 5 minutes, you nothing. Like, okay, y'all going about your business, you know. But the emotional.
What if it was longer than 5 minutes?
But you know what I'm
Teresa?
saying?
Yeah, no.
The emotional could last
Years.
days, weeks,
Months.
years. You know,
Yeah.
that's a long time than just a physical one night.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see
It's the penetration for me. I'm telling you.
I know.
You
Can't see that penetration.
Yep. And
Can't
that-
see
that
me
nigga-
bent over somewhere and it's like somebody
What?
just.
You can't get them good them debbies.
No, but what's crazy is I would be mad, but I would force them to finish. If I walked in on something like that, I'm forcing you to finish.
How you gonna finish?
Nigga, I don't give a damn. Nigga, your shit go down, I'm shooting you. You better finish.
Can't finish.
You better drop it right on her forehead when you done.
Damn.
And then get your naked ass out the fucking house. Both of y'all. I don't care.
On my forehead?
Yep.
Really?
Put it all on your face, your forehead, all that. Then get the fuck out. Both of y'all, both naked.
DJ Talented.
What happened? What happened?
Tripping.
If you got the balls enough to let me find out, physically seeing you being fucked by somebody, you got the balls to finish. Go ahead and finish. Because if you ain't got the balls to finish, I'm going to shoot you. So do what you do.
And then he going to jail to be somebody.
I ain't going to be nobody, bitch.
He gonna be somebody like.
I ain't going to be nobody, bitch. Because, hey, you going to have to kill me, nigga. You trying to take my ass.
Moving on. This is definitely getting ready to go down.
I love it. This has been a good conversation. I love it. I love it. It's epic. I love it.
All right. Y'all know what time it is.
Ooh.
Catch them hands, or do you understand?
Catch them hands.
So, you just got your brand new car, and you just stunting on everybody, right? So you pull up to your favorite store, and you're gonna park in the back, you know, of course. Got 10 plus spaces of empty spaces around you. Ain't nobody around you, right? So you just sitting there listening to your song. So you're gonna get out and go to the store, and you just want to get this song, you know, your favorite song out of the way. Car pulls up, starts backing up, and they backs up right next to your car. Again, you got multiple empty spaces around you. They park right next to you. Gets out the car, bump your car. They didn't damage, but they still bumped your car. Now, do they catch them hands, or do you understand?
I don't know if that would be catching hands or understanding, because motherfucker, you see all these other goddamn parking spots over here. Why you gotta be so fucking close to me? I'm gonna cuss you out real good, and I'm gonna make sure I don't see no dents, no dings, no paint chips, no nothing.
Okay, so what if they had a ding or paint chip? Maybe that's what that calls for some hands. Because they got like multiple different parking spots.
So did you physically come over here just to fuck my car up? That's what would be going through my mind. Did you physically come over here to fuck my car up. Because you got all these other spots. So guess what? I'm finna rub some paint off on your shit too. Scratch
So
your
they
shit
won't
all
catch
up the
some
side.
hands, but that damn car finna catch. The car
Something.
getting ready to catch some hands.
The car finna catch some goddamn doors and some some door handles and some spark plugs, something.
I love it.
What are you thinking?
When they pull up, I'm gonna move. Then I don't even have to engage with them. I'm gonna just move. All these parking spots, like, you pull up. If I see, like, if I'm sitting in my car, my nice whatever car, and I see them come up next to me, and there's like other parking spots, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna turn my car on before they even get out the car. I'm gonna move up, and then we're done. We don't even have to say anything. You can sit your shit over there by yourself. I'm gonna move up to these other 10 rows that are vacant.
Now you go in the store, you come back and that car next to your car, then what?
Well, I'm probably not gonna get out until they get out anyway, even if I move.
Oh, you gonna wait them out?
I'm gonna wait it out because I mean, my life isn't like in a hurry most days of the week.
Okay.
So I'll sit there. But even if I didn't move and they hit my car, I'm rolling down the window, say, "Hey, how you doing?" Because I want to see if you say, "Oh, my bad, I hit your car."
Okay.
So this situation somewhat happened last Saturday, right? I'm at the library, getting ready to go in and kick off the class that I'm partnering with. All these parking spaces empty on the side of me. This heifer, she pulls up like she gonna back up. She back, and I was like, coming this close, so she had to pull up again, back again, up, not pull again, back again. She finally pulls in the parking space right next to me.
Don't know how to drive.
But I'm like, bitch, you got all these parking spaces right here. Why must you sit right next to me? I was like, that shit makes no sense to me. So I did that. I just pulled up. So before she even got her big ass out the damn car, I pulled and moved down a couple of spots so I can have room. But I just didn't understand what sense did that make to me. What is going through your mind when you got all these parking spots? And she was a little healthy. So that means you got to squeeze out because you're like right there next to my car. You don't have no room to open your door really wide. Why?
Maybe she just felt your energy. She wanted to be close.
And it was so funny is she was in the class. She was.
See?
She was in the class. I didn't say anything. I didn't roll my eyes. I probably did. She just didn't see it. Because Danelle say I roll my eyes all the time. But I just before she even got out, just like crank my car back up and just moved down a couple of spots, backed in, did what I needed to do.
See? Easy.
Yeah, I just thought it was just like I just don't understand people's thinking when it comes to shit like that.
I don't either.
No personal space. I'm like, why?
Sometimes I just think it's energy. We got good energy and they want to be close. That's what I equate
But
it
you
to.
don't know it.
It don't matter. Sometimes they just don't even know how good your energy is. They don't even know.
But yeah, it was funny because I was like, watch this heifer in the goddamn class. And she was.
Gotcha.
But I wasn't mean, so, because I was actually thinking, I said, well, I bet she in the class. But yep, just like, backed up. And didn't have room and kept it moving. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, let's go ahead on and close this thing out. Final thoughts, Miss Lesley.
If you feel like you need to cheat, have a conversation, I guess. Talk to your spouse. Talk to yourself first to really figure out what the hell you're doing. Is it just a moment? What are you missing? Is it a moment? Is it just a feeling? Like, can masturbation help? Like, what is it you need to do in your relationship so you are not cheating physically or emotionally? Because I think we always need to think about how your significant other would feel. And I think that was the turning sign for me. Like, how does your significant other feel when these type of acts are happening? Like the sadness, the hurt, and all of that. So think about that.
Agreed. DJ Talented.
Don't cheat. The shit hurts both people. Whether you cheating physically or emotionally, it hurts both people. That's it.
Agreed. So my inspirational quote: the moment someone chooses to betray you, they choose to lose you. Your broken heart isn't weakness, it's proof you love deeply and you will love again. All right. So I want to thank our sponsors, Terradome Entertainment, The Comfort Zone, Tech Vibe Solutions, Sure Hall Logistics, Still River Software Solutions, and 721 Designs. Join us every week for Coffee Talk here on Terradome Entertainment. Go to Terradome ENT YouTube to catch this and other podcast shows. I am your president, MiZZ Entertainment. You can contact me at MiZZ_entertainment_ATL. DJ Talented, we're going to go around this way. How can the folks hit you up?
Instagram, DJ Talented _1.
All right, Miss Lesley.
7 spelled out in the number 21, designs with an S.
All right, and as always, I leave you with this: be kind to each other, love one another, keep God first. Thank you for joining, and we're out.